Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. We're headed out to the garden today. I'm doing a project out here and I thought, why in the world am I not taking my friends with me? So I decided to turn the camera on and take you out to the garden for a little project that we're doing this morning. So we're in the new raised bed garden, and this garden is mostly empty, you know, just kind of getting built and established. We've really only planted, well, those two muscadines are the only things that we've planted in them. Most of the beds aren't even filled all the way up, and as you can see, the weed fabric does have some holes. This is the weed fabric that we're repurposing from the market garden, and so there are some holes in it, and that's okay. I don't mind weedy whacking through the holes, and it gives me something to plant in if I so choose. Like I think I'm gonna do a row in the back of okra. But anywho, we are working in front this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and lay another row of weed fabric down here in the front of the trellis and the two black raised beds. And we are actually going to add a couple more raised beds, and this is going to be where my tomatoes go on cattle panel trellising. So basically right now what I'm doing is I am cutting some weed fabric staples, and these are just garden staples. This one's kind of bent. See if I can find a good one for you. But they're super long, and as you can see, and I have really rocky soil out here. That's part of the reason why we're doing raised beds, is because underneath, like no more than 6 inches underneath this ground, is just a shelf of rock, and the soil is just really poor. So it is really hard to get these long staples in, and as you can see, we end up bending them and stuff. So I cut them a little bit shorter, and it seems to be working. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and get some weed fabric laid down there so that we can get these raised beds set and filled. My tomatoes will be ready to go in a couple of weeks, so we're trying to get this project done. Okay, now we've got one of them out here and sort of set. It's not completely set. We're gonna wait until we get the other one built and get it out here. Mr. Wonderful's working on that. But my alarm just went off for my bread, so we're gonna go in and take a look at that. Okay, you guys, don't judge my kitchen. I've been baking in it all morning. So what we have here is this is a discard loaf, and so it is sourdough discard. So let's see, I've got the recipe right here. You guys can screenshot it if you want to, but we have 100 grams of discard, 250 grams of water, 500 grams of all-purpose flour, and then you mix that for like 30 seconds in the stand mixer until it creates a shaggy dough, and then you add in 60 grams of butter, 10 grams of salt, 20 grams of sugar, and 7 grams of instant yeast. And you mix it for about 6 minutes or until it's slapping the sides of the bowl. And then you cover it, let it rest for an hour, and then you're at the stage that we're at right now. And then you I'm actually not gonna oil my pan this time. And then you just shape it into a loaf. I do a rough loaf. Drop it into your pan. We're gonna cover that up and let it sit for an hour on my stove. I'm gonna move on to my discard chocolate loaf. So here is chocolate. So I can get it for you to where you can see it all. There you go. And I'll just read it to you real quick if you want while I'm doing it. I'll explain. You need 100 grams of chocolate sourdough starter. Chocolate sourdough starter for me has been a little bit different to work with than my regular starter. And I'm still very much kind of playing with it as far as recipes go. But it is kind of cool to have for the discard recipes, especially that, you know, like the cakes and the cookies and the muffins and stuff. It's kind of cool to have a chocolate starter that's just another level of chocolate. 250 grams of water. Which is okay. I don't mind if it's a tad over. We don't have any light in here. There. I don't mind that it's a tad over just because the chocolate starter tends to be a little bit drier. As you can see, it was very battery. It's not nearly as hydrated as the other starter. So then we're going to go in with 500 grams of flour. I go forward. Okay. And 30 grams of cocoa. And this is unsweetened, 100% natural cocoa powder. Okay, stick it in the mixer, lock it, let it go for 30 seconds, or until it forms a shaggy dough. Right now I'm just kind of waiting for it to pick up this backside just a little bit more. I'm happy with that. Okay, lift it up. Cover it, 30 minutes. All right, let's get the kids out for some recreation time. They aren't gonna get all day because I have to work today. I shouldn't say that. I get to work today. I'm blessed to work today. So, I'm going to set you there. Oh, Miss Grace is gonna roll. Oh goodness. Well, you guys, I am going to go in and clean stalls and keep making bread, and Mr. Wonderful is going to keep working on that garden for us so we can get those tomatoes in the ground. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yours truly.